Section 2 of Birds and All Nature, Volume 4, Number 1, July 1898. Recorded for LibriVox.org by Padma Divakaruni. Wilson's Snipe. Wilson's snipe, otherwise known as the English snipe, jack snipe, and gutter snipe, and which is one of our best-known game birds, has a very extended range, indeed covering the whole of North America and migrating south in the winter to the West Indies and northern South America. Its long, compressed, flattened, and slightly expanded bill gives it an odd appearance and renders it easily recognizable. From March till September, the peculiar and cheerful cheep of the snipe may be heard in the larger city parks, where there are small lakes and open moist grounds, and where it can feed and probe with its long, soft, sensitive, pointed bill in the thin mud and soft earth for worms, larvae, and the tender roots of plants. In some localities in the southern states, during the winter months, thousands of snipe are killed on the marshes where they collect on some especially good feeding ground. We have rarely seen more than two together, as they are not social, moving about either alone or in pairs. Its movements on the ground are graceful and easy, and, while feeding, the tail is carried partly erect, the head downward, the bill barely clearing the ground. We recently watched one through an opera glass, but the frequency of its changes from point to point and the rapidity of its flight discouraged long observation. The flight is swift, and, at the start, in a zigzag manner. Sportsmen say it is a most difficult bird to shoot, requiring a quick eye and a snapshot to bag 4 out of 5. Colonel Goss said that he always had the best success when the birds were suddenly flushed, in shooting the instant its startled scape reached his ear, as it is invariably heard the moment the bird is fairly in the air. It is entertaining to watch the courtship of these birds, as the male struts with drooping wings and widespread tail around his mate in the most captivating manner, often at such times rising spiral-like, with quickly beating wings high in the air, dropping back in a wavy, graceful circle, uttering at the same time his jarring, cackling love note, which, with the vibrations of the wings upon the air, make a rather pleasing sound. The snipe's nest is usually placed on or under a tuft of grass, and is a mere depression, scantily lined with bits of old grass and leaves. The eggs are 3 or 4, grayish-olive, with more or less of a brownish shade, spotted and blotched, chiefly around the larger end, with varying shades of umber brown. If you want to identify Wilson's snipe, have with you a copy of this number of Birds and All Nature as you stroll along shore or beach. Our picture is his very image. End of Section 2. This recording is in the public domain.